Continuing our Bible study today from Mark chapter 7, verse 24 through 27, and I read, And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon, and entered into an house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid. For a certain woman, whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. So Jesus said unto her, Let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread, and to cast it unto the dogs. She answered and said unto him, Yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. And he said unto her, For this saying, go thy way, the devil is gone out of your daughter. May the word of the Lord be blessed in our hearts, even as we allow the Holy Spirit to give us the meaning and interpretation of his word in Jesus Christ's name. We go back to verse 24. And from thence he arose and went to the borders of Tyre and Sidon, and entered into an house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid. Jesus wanted to take some time out of the crowd. However, he also knew very well that he could not be hid. Wherever he went, there were multitudes. Wherever he went, there were people who were needing healing, who were needing direction, who were needing help from spiritual attacks. And this we see a woman who came to Jesus, whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, heard of Jesus that he is capable of casting out devils, heard of Jesus that he is capable of delivering the daughter from every unclean spirit, and so came. The lady came not like any other people, but he came with a purpose. He came and fell at his feet. This indicates that she was not ready to leave until the master himself had lifted her up. He came and fell at his feet. Others will come and ask the master, Master, can you come and heal my daughter? Can you speak your word so my daughter or my servants will be healed? But this lady came and fell at the feet of Jesus, an indication that she was not ready until what she was needing had been provided. She fell at the feet of Jesus. Do we fall at the feet of Jesus when we come to him? Now, falling at the feet of Jesus is not only when we are in need of anything from the master, but also could be a symbol of intensive worship unto the Father. In fact, laying at the feet of Jesus to indicate that you depend solely on him, and that is in his power to provide that which you are needing or wanting. He fell at the feet of Jesus Christ. This is something we could learn. To fall at the feet of Jesus in worship, to fall at the feet of Jesus in prayer, and cry or petition him until we know that he's heeding to our request or petition, or is answering us as he will. He came with the conclusion that the master must lift him up. He came broken, he came weak, he came falling at the feet of Jesus. Until the master picks her up, she wasn't going to leave. Falling at the feet of Jesus is an indication of also humility, knowing that all that you're needing is from him. He is the only one who can provide. There is no other option. There is no other way for you. He is the only one who can provide. You don't have a second plan like other people have. Others have second plan when it comes to God. Should God fail me on this matter? This is my plan B. Should God fail me on this issue? This is my second option. This is not a way to go like we see in this lady's life. She came falling at the feet of Jesus. She came laying at the feet of Jesus, that until the master lifts her up, she wasn't going to leave. Jesus saw that she was not going to have any good argument with this lady. She knew that the lady was going to take it anyway. We didn't see a lot of squabble going on in terms of should I give the healing or not. In fact, the first answer from the lady invoked an answer from the master. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast the devil out of her daughter. The daughter had been possessed. The daughter had been under oppression and depression and under the bondage of this demon. Loving mother was desperately needing deliverance for the daughter. She won't go until the daughter had received her healing. But Jesus said unto her, Let the children first be filled. What does it mean for the children to be first filled? It means that there are things that belong only to the children of God. Things that belong to those that Jesus was sent to. First, Jesus was first sent to the lost children of Israel. He was sent to the Jews, and thereafter his disciples, some will go to the Gentiles. In fact, we had two groups, Jews and Gentiles, and the rest. So here, Jesus had been sent only to the lost children of Israel. And so it was not meet in Jesus' mission to give that which he had for the Israelites. This lady came asking for healing for the daughter, but the daughter was undeserving of the healing from Jesus Christ. But look at what happens here. Let the children first be filled. The children are lazy. The children are idling around. The children even don't know that they have anything to take. God, when will these children be ready to take from your hand that which belongs to them, and then I will get the crumbs? It probably might not be possible in my generation to have the children eat for the dogs to get the crumbs. She said unto him, Yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. This will mean that the lady wasn't ready to wait for the children to eat. But if there's any crumb that a child had left, then God, I want to eat of it. In case one child had come to you and eaten from your hand, and there is any crumb, then Father, or Jesus, give it to me. And he said unto her, For this saying, go thy way, the devil is gone out of thy daughter. The lady had received the healing she was needing. She had won the heart of the master. She had pleaded her cause. She had come, taking that which she needed. If there is any crumb that a child had left, Jesus, give it to me. The sad thing is the children are not eating enough, so there are no crumbs. The children think they are not hungry, and so they are not eating, and so there are no crumbs. But if one child eats, Lord, then I will want to eat from the crumbs that will come out of it. The children are not eating, so everything becomes a crumb instead. If you give food to a child, and the child plays with the food without eating it, after some time, that food is considered waste or a leftover. If I only put my hand into a meal presented to me, after 30 minutes or over, that food will be seen as a leftover. What is happening in our generation and our time is that a lot of Christians are not eating, the food is served, they play with the food, and so it's seen as crumbs. The dogs are eating to their satisfaction and even also having leftovers. When we come to Jesus, apart from the fact that we must lay at the feet of Jesus, we must also know that there is always food for the children. And when we fail to eat, it shall be presented to the dogs. No wonder the children of this generation, the children of this world, are doing far better in some aspects than the children of God. In fact, Jesus said that the children of this world are in this generation even wiser than the children of God, because they are not eating from the master's hand. The food presented to them are all becoming crumbs that the dogs are eating from. May God help us, even as He gives us the grace to identify this error in our lives and to eat appropriately from the master's hand. The master came full of food in his hand, beckoning the children to come and eat, but the children made it a waste. They made it a crumb. And so now the children of this world are eating to their satisfaction, to their food. Almost every food given to us, the children of God, are becoming crumbs because we are wasting it, and these have come to take it away. May God bless us and help us, even as we become doers and teachers of His word. In Jesus Christ.